Rohit, just wanted to know about, apart from Washington, if everyone else is fit. And my question to you is, like, you have been through that emotion of IPL auctions, the big money and everything. There are a lot of youngsters in the team who have got some whopping amounts of money. So after that, when an international match comes, like how you as a captain tell them to keep the focus in right place, and what are the kind of processes that you use after a kind of auction where they've gone through such an emotion? You have gone through it yourself.
Um, when I went through this, it was a long time back, almost 12 years ago. So I don't remember what happened with me at that point. But yeah, having said that, it was understood that the guys will go through some ups and downs, a lot of emotional feeling within themselves about which team they're going to play and all of that. But that was done day before. Yesterday we had a great meeting with everyone, and we just asked them to focus on the color blue for the next 2 weeks, which is very, very important. Whatever has happened. Whichever team they're going to play, that is for the future. But right now, for the next 2 weeks, all they have to focus is playing for India, nothing else. That is something that we spoke of. All these guys are professionals. You just you can expect once they wear the India colors, it's all about India. Nothing else matters at that point. So it's important that when we play tomorrow, the focus is on the game, and whatever we want to tick off as a team, we focus on that and then move forward.
Hi, Captain Shubhan this side. Captain, we saw Team India do some experiment in the ODI series. Can we expect the same in the T20s as well? Have you charted out any plans?
See, experiment. The word experiment is a very. I think it's little overrated in my terms, because eventually, you got to get out from the squad, from the team, from the boys, whatever you want as a team, and we are trying to find that hole, which is there in our squad. So we are trying to fill that gap. So whatever it takes for us to fill that gap, we will try and do that. Not necessarily experiment, because all these guys are very young, have not played a lot of cricket. So we can't keep experimenting with them. We need to give them that assurity. We need to give them that game time. Once we have that, then we can try and try whatever things we want to try out. But till then, I think whatever little holes we have in our squad, we need to try and fill those gaps, fill those holes. So whatever it takes, like I said, whatever it takes for us to do that, we will do that. We will be rest assured. Like in the last ODI, we felt that we need to give Kuldeep a game. We need to bring him back and see what he has in store for us. So like that, if we feel anyone in T20 cricket we will try and do that as well.
Hi Rohit, Vishesh this side. I just want to ask, since the T20 World Cup is set to be played this year, so would you like to give everyone in the squad a go in this series, or do you have a core nucleus in mind, and would you like to give them as many games as possible?
Yeah, the idea is that to give, identify the players who are going to play the World Cup, try and give them the game time, more or less. There are a lot of players who are injured, not here with the team. So come the World Cup, I don't know who's going to be fit and who's not going to be fit. So we just got to get, the other guys, the backups and everyone ready for that, because we have a very packed schedule, and injuries are bound to happen. You have to take injury into consideration. It's important that we give, guys who are going to fill those roles enough game time as well, keeping everything in mind. So I think it's important, like we use this series and the next series that is followed after this to our good potential, and see, whoever are likely to play, what they have it in them for us, or what they can offer us. So things like that.
Rika Roy, Shamit Chakravarti, Ridayan, and then Sandeep Sarkar.
Hi,
Shall I go?
Rohit.
Oh,
Sorry. Sorry,
Please go
please.
ahead. No, you please go ahead, Rika. I'll follow.
Yes, Rika.
Hi, Rohit. Good afternoon. Just one quick question on Ishan Kishan and when he was bought, the reactions in the dressing room, and secondly, would you be looking at putting these guys in the order in the way they will be appearing for their respective IPL teams as well?
Honestly, there is no consideration of IPL here. Honestly, we are not going to look at where they're going to bat in IPL and all of that. What matters is where they're going to bat for Team India. As simple as that, and that is what we will be focusing on because these guys go and do different roles for their franchisee. But what we need here from these guys are very important. So we will be focusing on that, not focusing on what are they going to do in IPL and stuff like that. IPL will happen in those 2 months. We will take care of it later. But at the moment, we just need to get whatever things we need to sort out here and get it right. We need to do that. This is the time for us, to do all of that. And guys have been spoken about what kind of role we are expecting from them come the World Cup. So their mindset is there. Mindset needs to be there to bat in that fashion or play in that fashion or bowl in that fashion, whatever that is, whether it's bowler or batter. So I think the clarity has been given to them. Now it's up to them how they want to take this forward and how they want to adapt and get the maximum result out of their potential.
And regarding Ishan, you didn't answer.
Hishan, like I said, I don't want to be talking about IPL stuff here. It's important that we keep our focus on Team India rather than IPL, because IPL is played only for 2 months. We play for India for next 10 months. So I think it's important that we keep our focus, here at the moment. Like I said before, when I was asked about the franchisee, the auction and all that, yes, people were intrigued into it. Guys were quite nervous and all of that. A little bit of emotional flowing around. But that's done and dusted now. So, there's no point talking about that now. We have important games coming up for us. So I think we just need to focus on that.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, Rohit. Maybe it would be exaggeration to say that Virat is going through a lean patch because he very recently scored 2 half centuries. But by his very lofty standards, maybe he has become a bit inconsistent. So when a player of Virat's caliber, Virat's quality goes through the phase he has been going through, how important the role of the captain and coach becomes in terms of ensuring that he stays in the right mental space, not feeling extra pressure, given that you now have the social media also to deal with.
I think it will start from you guys. If you guys can keep quiet for a while, I think he'll be all right. We don't need to do too much talking from your side. Then everything will be taken care of. I think he is in a great mental space from whatever I see of him. And he's been part of this international team for more than a decade. So if someone has spent that much time in international cricket, they know how to handle the pressure situation, the environment and everything. I think it all starts from you guys. If you guys can keep it quiet for a bit, I think everything will fall in place.
Hi Rohit, good afternoon. Wanted to know that, we saw Kuldeep and Chahal bowling in tandem at the nets yesterday. It was beautiful to watch the two of them together. What's your vision with the two of them, especially because they have done really well in white ball cricket for India in the past, bowling in partnership and creating pressure? And secondly, is Harpreet Brar in the side as a reserve bowler or as a net bowler? We couldn't figure that out because we saw him practice with the team yesterday.
He's part of he's part of our group, but he's not in the squad. But he's part of our setup for sure. But officially not part of the squad. Speaking of Kuldeep and Chahal, I think these two guys have been a great asset in the past for us, and they will continue to be. It's just that things should start falling in place for them, and it start with us. It'll start with us giving them that confidence, giving them that game time, making sure that they have the backing and the support from the team, which we will try and do. But at the same time, there are so many options for us because when you play the shortest format, you have to look at someone with the bowling skill who can bat as well. So in this particular format, you're looking at players who can do two or three different kind of things when they are part of the team. So that is where the other guys get more preference to these guys. But not to forget, these two guys are wicket taking options without a doubt. They can come and bowl in the middle, power play, whatever it is. The captain will expect them to come and flight the ball and take wickets. So that is their role, and that is what they've done extremely well in the past. And it's for us now and for them also to make sure that slowly they get back into that rhythm. Chahal obviously has gotten into his rhythm. I can see that in the last few ODIs that he played. Kuldeep will obviously need some time because he was injured out for 4 or 5 months. Played international game after a while. So I think he will take some time, but I think the rhythm of a spin bowler, of a wrist spinner, takes a bit of time to come. So I think we just need to give him some more time. But I am pretty sure, the kind of guy he is, he'll start working out about his own bowling very soon. And I can see that in the nets, he is already doing stuff. So I hope and fingers crossed for him and Chahal both that they come good for us.
Hi Rohit, Sandeep here from ABP Ananda. Rohit, you enjoy an excellent track record at Eden Gardens. So now you are playing 3 consecutive matches, an entire series in this ground. So what target have you set for you in this series? And secondly, how are you preparing to deal with the dew factor here at Eden Gardens?
Look, Eden Garden, I love playing at Eden Gardens. Team India actually loves playing at Eden Gardens. So, we've had a great time playing here. But again, all those things will not matter. I think when you're playing this format, what depends on what you do on that particular day. Because we've seen it, and that's my belief that you have to be good on that day, given the conditions, given the ground preference, given your whatever record you have. I think it's important to play well on that day because this format, you actually need 1 or 2 guys to just step up and take the game away from you. So it's that simple. So I think we need to keep that in mind, and every time we step onto the field, whichever ground we play, whether it's a happy hunting ground or whether it's not.
थर्ड वर्ल्ड वॉर का काउंटडाउन ऑफ यूक्रेन के लिए 24.
So I think it's important that we focus on that particular day and do everything right on that particular day, because the records and the conditions and all that will not matter so much. We just need to be good on that day and adapt to the conditions. Speaking about the dew, I mean, all the Indian players, they play in dew. You see so much cricket happening day and night in India. Then after 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, the dew starts to come in whichever place we play. So a lot of the guys are used to it. And the last series that we played against New Zealand, I mean, you could see it. The dew was all over. So we've spoken about that particular factor, and guys have been told what we need to do when the dew kicks in. So we try and keep it very simple. We don't want to overcomplicate things at the moment. It's just that we take everything into consideration and follow with whatever plans we have and try and do that. Guys are experienced, playing, whether it's for their state cricket, IPL or for India, they've played in those conditions. So I think it's important for them to just take a moment or two and understand what they need to do in that situation.
We'll take last 2-3 questions.
Good luck.
Yeah. GS Vivek and then G Vishwanath.
Can I ask in Hindi or do I have to do it in English as well?
You can ask.
हिंदी में पूछो यार, कोई नहीं.
नहीं उनका रोल होता है. रोहित, विवेक हियर. मैंने इसलिए आपसे ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि आपने इससे पहले कुछ सवाल के जवाब में आपने कहा था कि कुछ ऐसे होल्स हैं आपके टीम कॉम्बिनेशन में जो आप भरना चाहते हैं, और साथ ही साथ आपने ये भी कहा कि कुछ आपके अहम खिलाड़ी इंजर्ड हैं. मेरा ये सवाल हार्दिक पांड्या को लेकर है कि नए सेटअप में क्या रोल वो देखते हैं हार्दिक पांड्या का. क्या वो सिर्फ एज अ ऑलराउंडर ही सेटअप में फिट हो सकते हैं एज अ फिनिशर, या अभी प्योर एज अ बैट्समैन भी उनका स्कोप है कि, और कितने क्रिटिकल है हार्दिक पांड्या दी ऑलराउंडर आपके इस कॉम्बिनेशन की जो आप बात कर रहे हैं?
नहीं, देखिए हार्दिक बड़े इम्पोर्टेंट प्लेयर है, नो डाउट. दो नहीं, एक्चुअली 3 स्किल्स वो लाते हैं टीम के लिए. तो आई थिंक इम्पॉर्टेंट प्लेयर है. देखिए अभी हमने उस चीज़ पे डिस्कशन ज़्यादा किया नहीं है कि वो एज अ प्योर बैटर खेल सकते हैं या नहीं खेल सकते हैं. हमारे लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि सारे प्लेयर्स पहली बात सारे प्लेयर्स अवेलेबल रहे, क्योंकि अभी तक वर्ल्ड कप से लेकर अब तक हमारी टीम में इंजरीज काफ़ी हुई है, तो प्लेयर्स मिस आउट हो रहे हैं. तो आई थिंक हमारे लिए सबसे पहली चीज़ और सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ ये रहेगी कि सारे लड़के अवेलेबल है, और एक बार अवेलेबल रहेंगे उसके बाद हम सेकंड स्टेप लेंगे, जो कि देखेंगे कि कौन सी टीम सामने खेल रही है, किस तरीके के कंडीशंस है, और उसमें हमारे लिए कौन से स्किल सेट के प्लेयर्स अच्छे रहेंगे. तो दरवाज़ा सबके लिए खुला है. हमें इतने जल्दी डिसीजंस नहीं लेने कि ये लड़का ही वर्ल्ड कप खेलेगा या यही लड़का वर्ल्ड कप खेलेगा. हमें देखना है कि सही कॉम्बिनेशन क्या होगा, बिकॉज ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आप अलग अलग तरीके के कंडीशंस में खेलोगे. मेलबर्न, सिडनी, पर्थ, ये अलग अलग कंडीशंस है, तो वहाँ पर आपको अलग स्किल सेट लगेंगे प्लेयर्स के. तो आई थिंक हमारे लिए अब से वर्ल्ड कप तक जो भी हमारे T20s है, हमें उस तरीके से प्रिपेयर करना है कि हमें देखना है कि हमारे पास स्पिन ऑलराउंडर है या नहीं, हमारे पास फास्ट ऑलराउंडर है कि नहीं, जो नीचे बैटिंग कर सकते हैं. तो कई तरीके के चीज़ें हैं जो हमें देखने पड़ेंगे, और उसके साथ साथ बॉलिंग ऑप्शंस भी हमें देखने पड़ेंगे कि हमारे साथ नए बॉल से बॉल डालने वाला कौन सा बॉलर है, डेथ में कौन डाल सकता है, नए बॉल से स्पिन पावर प्ले में कौन डाल सकता है. तो ये सारी चीज़ें हैं जो हमें फोकस करनी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि अभी तो फ़िलहाल हमारे पास ऑप्शंस जो भी है हम उससे कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि प्लेयर्स काफ़ी इंजर्ड है. तो एक बार सारे प्लेयर्स अवेलेबल होंगे तो हमारे लिए हेडेक काफ़ी बढ़ जाएगा.
फाइनल क्वेश्चन नाउ, जी विश्वनाथ.
Rohit, it's a very simple question. It's been exactly 10 days since you came back to the international cricket after that 2.5 month break. You didn't go to South Africa. How has it been for you the last 10 days? You played 3 full matches which are apparently without a hitch. And
sorry sir, one second. Okay, your voice.
Any routines that or any specifics to keep yourself fit?
Sir, your audio is not clear.
Audio is not clear, sir. You have to repeat the question, please.
Now? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, Rohit, a very simple question. It's almost 10 days that you came back to play the 3 matches for India. 2.5-month break. How have you been feeling? And 2, do you have to do specific to keep your more than the routines to keep yourself fit? And if you can throw a little more light on how it all happened to us, since apparently it happened, is Samson gave away during the training session in Calcutta.
I am not able to understand your second part of the question, but first part of the question I heard a little bit. I think you asked about how I am feeling after 2 months of layoff, right?
Yes.
And how I am keeping myself fit to play specific drills. Okay. No, I'm firstly very happy to be playing back for India. 2 months was where I was going through a lot of stuff, understanding about my body, what I need to do on the field, and all of that. I'm feeling absolutely fine at the moment, and yes, there are some specific drills, specific programs that I have to follow, and I'm following that to make sure that there are no injury concerns in the future. But again, fingers crossed, injuries are bound to happen to the players, because it's something that is very unfortunate and mistiming. So I think it can happen, but you just got to be ready, and you got to do whatever you can to prevent those injuries before. So I'm trying to do all of that and make sure that I'm fresh and healthy and fit for the game and the series that we have to play.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you.
Thank you.